What's up, everybody? Welcome to another last call. This discussion is, well, not really a discussion, but this is something that's been on my mind for a while, and um, it's having to do with being a gamer and being a fan of games. Me personally, I am, if I'm a fanboy about anything, I'm a fanboy of video games in general. I have always owned like multiple consoles, or if I didn't own multiple, because when I was younger, I didn't own multiple consoles, but the way I always loved and respected, each and every developer. And I find it funny that, sometimes when looking at, um, for instance, Nintendo, for example, it's easy for people to pick on them. But what I've found is, you know, like some of my favorite musicians, they've always done something different. Like, for instance, Outkast is my favorite rap group of all time, period. And there is no, to me, that's my favorite. But one thing that Outkast has always done, every album was different from the last. So you never had the same sounding album. And from Southern Playlistic Cadillac Music to AT Aliens to Aquemini to Stankonia to Speakerbox Love Below to Idlewild, it's all been different. It's all had different sounds, different beats. Their lyrics have always been different, and some people didn't like that, and they've had their fair share of detractors, but the music has always been good. And that's how I feel about Nintendo. Yes, Nintendo does different things. They do, they go. No two consoles are the same, but for some reason, especially with like the Wii U, it got to a point where people were bashing it, and I was honestly starting to believe that people were bashing it and wasn't even playing the system. The Wii U, for all its faults, because it does have its faults. I'm not even going to try to pretend like it doesn't have its faults. It does. It has a lot of faults. But for all of its faults and all of its failings, it has some very good games on it, a lot of good games on it. And I often sit back and look, and I used to listen to all uh, the negative discussions and podcasts, and one thing used to always bother me, and it would be like, okay, you say you want something new, but then you complain when you get it. So what do you want? Do you want something new and innovative, or do you just want the same as everything else? Me personally, I like I like what they do. I like them having the balls, the guts to actually be different. When you have some companies that are afraid to even do anything outside the box until somebody else does it, and that's sad. It's like creativity has gone somewhere, and you're too afraid to do anything different or take that risk and be different. Does it work all the time? No, not really. But it usually leaves an impression. And one of the things that I'm personally grateful for and looking forward to is gonna be interesting seeing all these people that pick up a Switch or have a Switch pre-ordered and say some of the same things that the those of us who have a Wii U was like, okay, yeah, well, we was doing that back in 2012. We were doing that back in 2013, and they're going to be praising it on the Switch. I am willing to bet that there are going to be a bunch of videos praising the Switch for doing stuff that the Wii U did. Because a lot of that stuff, like I said, I like the idea of the Switch, but I'm thinking a lot of this stuff is going to be stuff that you know you could have did on the Wii U. They just repackaged it, and people are going to be like, "Oh, I love this. Oh, this is so great. This is what we should have been having." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you could have did that on the Wii U." I'm wondering how many vids they're gonna be about that. Like seriously, how many vids and how many vids are gonna certainly disappear when they start talking all this good. gives this good publicity because, like I said, the Wii U hardly got any good publicity unless it was coming from the fans of the system, and even then they got branded as fanboys, which I didn't agree with because there were people, and I was having discussions with people who were letting stuff slide that Microsoft and Sony did, but chastising Nintendo for doing that very same thing. Or, for instance, one of my favorite games is Halo 5. That I love that game, but they did the same thing that Splatoon did, and not one person who had video after video mad at Splatoon for not having this at launch and not having that at launch was say anything about Halo 5. And Halo 5 did pretty much the same thing in a lot of ways, if you go back and look. But I just wanted to say that, get that off my chest. I just think it's funny at this point. People, uh, let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to Switch wise. What you guys playing this week? I know Horizon New Dawn is out on the PS4. If you guys are playing that, let me know how it is. I can't pick mine up right now because, like I said, I'm getting the Switch, so money had to be allocated to other things. I know you guys understand, but just let me know how it is, because I do plan on picking it up hopefully sometime this summer, at the latest sometime this summer. But let me know how it is. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to. March is going to be a packed month as far as games are concerned. I am looking forward to Mass Effect Andromeda. So on the 20, I think it's the 23rd of March. I think we're getting that 23rd or 24th. Yeah, somebody looked that up for me. But yeah, one of those days, we're getting that. So uh, let me know what you guys are looking forward to in March, and I will see you guys on my next last call. Peace out, peeps.